Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Sunday. Are we ready for Super Sunday? I'm reliably informed, a lot of good sources, people on the ground, all telling me it's going to be a Super Sunday. Of course, Arthur, mate. Always good for it eventually. Had to wait. But if you wait patiently, often you'll find yourself rewarded. Hadn't listened to that song in so long, but it is actually a belter. One of those vibing songs more. Yeah, I feel like the deeper I go into the weekend, the more I'm what do you call it? Like my pen working? The more I'm inclined to run that or play that type of stuff. Oh. Was Korea good today? It was interesting. I don't know if it was good. As in, like, it wasn't like super bangers or anything like that, but it was good Overwatch. Interesting to see. Zeta Division, really impressive performance, but not like yes, it was better, I guess is probably the easiest way to put it. Look who it is. Oh, I hadn't made it so they could hear you.
That's not very nice.
Now they can hear you.
I don't think they can hear you yet either, to be fair.
Waiting patiently.
Have I screwed it up?
Anticipating.
Wait.
He's got it.
Speak. There we go.
Speaking.
He's done it! He's done it!
So Zeta is the new top team? I reckon so. Yeah. Hey, Zash. I saw you were quite excited earlier. Hope you had a fun stream, mate.
Oh, Zeta top team.
Oh, feels really hard to argue with. They beat all the other teams.
Wow, that is a good.
Really hard to justify an argument against them right now.
Yeah, that is a good reason, I guess. Yeah. All right. Oh, should we do some knocking?
I'm knocking you.
Do you want me to knock, or are you gonna knock? Okay.
I'm gonna knock.
I am the one who knocks.
Guy.
It's a Breaking Bad reference for those of you that didn't get it.
Oh, thank you, San. Thank you for the 10 months. You had a haircut?
No, it's just because my hair's wet. I showered like an hour ago and I don't have a hairdryer, so my hair is just wet. Why is that so funny?
It's just, you know. It's like, in my head I was like, of course. Of course he doesn't have a hairdryer.
Of course, this fucking idiot doesn't have a hairdryer.
Oh, you're welcome, Zash. Happy for it. Glad you enjoyed it. I never go anywhere without a hairdryer. Yeah, but mine is pronounced towel.
I have a towel. I don't just air dry, but you know, I feel like whenever I try and dry my hair with a towel, it never dries properly, man. Like it just doesn't dry.
Even when I had hair, I'd always be a towel dry guy.
I do use a towel to dry it, but I feel like my hair like really retains it, you know. Just got retaining ass hair. Keys to victory: play Venture, play Cervasa, play pretty good. Thoughts on that?
For Vision?
Yeah.
Is this a bet?
I don't know. Keys to victory: simple on tank. Oh, presumably Immo's still banned, right? Like it's fairly uncommon for a ban to only last like 2 days.
Yeah, really. I really unlikely it's a 2-day ban he's been hit with.
Yeah.
What was that? I'm actually perplexed.
I mean, I suppose they have to put something for this segment, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the segment. I mind like, should we not put you know, something related to the team?
Surely you'd be like play Blizzard World, play Simple on 10. Like that's got to be the easier easier thing to do for the.
Yeah, I mean, I think the segment's a good idea, right? Like, you know, like simplify the what are both teams going to try and play for here? You know, what should we look out for? What's going to be? How would the team cause the upset type thing?
Yeah.
But I don't think Venture and Suravasa are the answers.
No, I don't. You said you've got TU for the TU-TM game, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's like
what you think close one, stomp, what?
Yeah, I feel like TU can't help but have close games, if that makes sense. Like the way they're well, partly because of the way their like season has gone, but also partly just because of the way the roster is set up to like play and you know, like the original theory was always like we'll win our dive maps and then we just need to win one of the other 3 maps when we're on like different comps. Because actually what happened yesterday is they just didn't manage to win one of the 3. They won their maps, but I think TM more reachable in that sense.
I was watching it back a bit, and I don't know what TU's problem is on those comps. I don't know what the issue is, right? Because their team is good. I know I was harping on a lot about Faith yesterday, right? But Faith is just making like funny big mistakes, right? I don't think he's like the overall problem. So I don't actually understand why, because you'd think Chris would be quite good at coaching this style of comp as well, like these like Lucio, like Kiri based backlines for the most part.
They didn't even play quite good at that, really.
No, they did. Well, they did on Lijiang, right? They did on Lijiang, at least on Garden. But yeah, I don't know. You think that Chris would have a lot of experience coaching that style of the comp, and you think that the players would be more than good enough for it to work. So I'm curious where the breakdown is there. You know.
I don't know. When I was watching, because Ansel was watching some of the we will start this game, but this is probably going to be like, this is our like appetizer.
This is
maybe not even an
appetizer.
This is just like VP very much expected to win. Simple is taking the Malga mirror. But yeah, when Ansel was watching a bit this morning, just talking about like really, maybe it's not even much of a comp problem, but just mistakes in a lot of these situations. You know, where, like we're watching the Esperanza back, and it's like, how did they do the low ground to high ground retake? It's like, well, they walked through the low ground and then they managed to flip back out to mid. It's like, that should feel illegal. You know, in terms of, or at least very costly or something, which is not the price that was paid very commonly by them. But actually, maybe there's just problems here, because like one time Chase died, one time Chase didn't die, but he was like 200 HP, so he's not there, or not like ready to go with the slams. So maybe it's more just again of like,
actually just genuinely underperforming. You know,
just need to play better. Yeah, just need to like problems to fix, etc.
Yeah.
It's 2 AM and today is your first day of uni. Good on you, Minty Leaves. Good luck.
It's 6 PM, actually. It's 6 PM hard, you know?
Oh, this guy.
Starting off early.
He's like this all the time, guys. I can only apologise in advance. So Malga seems back, right? We saw a lot of Korea doing it. We saw a little bit of Genji doing it. I feel like if you ever want a little bit of a spoiler for what Genji are running, Korea happens in the morning, and I think there's some kind of, you know, Krusty has the inside track, you know, so the Korean influence is very much strong there, and Genji will follow in the footsteps. So Malga seems very much back. I don't know how much of this is perks, how much of this is just a little bit of like, what would you call it? It was always a viable option, and it just sort of comes in waves at the moment of what's viable and what's not viable.
Yeah, well, because the way the meta is right now, like everything is like semi-playable, you know. So it's like, what if one team's playing one thing, you've then got to play another. If you like want the on paper like 10% better matchup or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Malga's got the best against the majority of the like other comps that can get played. I feel like the Hazard comp, like Hazard doesn't really struggle into Malga because he doesn't get crit in the block. Like, so you don't get tank shred that way, the same way that other tanks do. I'm surprised. Like, I know I've been a bit of a hazard harper, if you would. But I'm actually a bit surprised. I do. I'm actually a bit surprised that more teams aren't leaning into. I know Peps are actually. There are a couple teams that are doing it, but I feel like that comp should actually stand up well to the Malga comp. Because if you look at like VP's comp right now, for instance, right, the Brig Juno, they really struggle against Hazard actually. Like if the Hazard manages to get on, that's a rough time for those heroes. Even like the Sojourn and Farah, if the Hazard gets on them and they don't have cooldowns to like run, that's rough.
We're actually winning this map as well, Vision. In the
Yeah,
Amalgamira with Simple on it as well.
Classic not paying attention.
It's attention for anyone who's
actually just full attention.
For anyone who wasn't here yesterday, we're going to get ready for a crash course in attention theory, which is where the interesting Overwatch happens as soon as we stop looking at it. So, Rally comes back in from Fix right now. Vesta's actually 1 HP, will die to this as well. And this is last fight. Malgas have been traded though. Barrage from Taejong finds nothing. Virtus Pro will get the lifeline. Fix will swing and take care of everything in this little room. And Virtus Pro, they get themselves back on, but a little bit of a spooky situation. Have to win all the fights, which might actually only be one good fight in reality.
They've got ult advantage as well.
Cage, Barrage. This should be a pretty fatal combo.
Maybe a big Kitsune from one could swap it, or a simple slam. No, wait, no, don't say that one. Yeah, VP are falling very low here. And Simple actually gets the cleanse forced out on him. And yeah, he's just going to soft reset. Am I ahead of you? We have an extra thing.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Barrage available now. Cage nearly up for Vessela. Kitsune rush first from 1. Really close to ults VP. They just need to live until they get these ults, but they are nice and safe, tucked away back in their main. They'll concede for flip right now. Fixer will go down. Counterpin denies for touch from Vess actually, so he's going to have to force his way on here. Ray comes out in time. Barrage just to take a bit of pressure off of Vess. Does take that pressure off, and Ray will come through. Dink is there for 1, but he needed a second. And VP do gain the cap, but there will be a sort of staggered touch right now in Vision. They have Beat, they have Cage, they have Overdrive, Virtus Pro. They have to fight forward. And really, early Cage is going to make this so hard for Vision. Taejong is going Tracer right now. Taejong has to go a different way than the rest of his team, though. He's going Coast right now. But should anticipate this to find Virtus Pro.
Earlier o'clock from Shockwave. Simple's going to slam in, drop the Cage. Vess is going to follow it up. VP are going to try and walk in a little bit. Beat comes out from AOI. Overclock back from Slowdive, but VP, they've just gotten all the kills. Vess is just big slam, I think, onto the backline of Vision. Bradley's not even going to be needed from Fixer. Can do as many 360s as he wants, and yeah, that's first round going to VP.
A little bit dicey there, all things considered, to win enough of the ult fights in a row. Hi Gavin as well. For people asking, I think maybe someone answered it, but for Imo he's a counters banned, as in his Overwatch account is banned, and therefore he's illegible to play. So Simple will be taking over a lot of the tank duties. We saw previously Oi actually move on to tank when they wanted to go to Blizzard World or something. So they will be making it work as best they can. And
17, 16, 15, 14,
you're ahead.
13.
15,
okay.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9,
there we go.
8. These are seconds.
You might be like half a second in front of me if you want to do like a quick pause.
There we go.
Shockwave on the Ash for this map. It's quite good on Beach, I think. Just quite a safe map to sit at the back. Gala, this is a very VP comp, VP quintessential here, you know, the Pharaoh, Ash, Alari, what they played all last year. Not surprised to see it again.
Gonna start forcing point here initially. Simple Sleep is gonna be thrown out there by Oi. Just playing the back of this map right now, taking a bit of chip damage here, and it's a slower map, so in theory, Sigma and Tamaga should feel reasonable. Going to feel even more reasonable if Shockwave gets you a pick out. Nothing like that right at the start of the fight. Jaywood will get marked out from this left-hand side flank, but you can see Vessler has taken over the high ground. He is forcing this Sigma back, which is going to make Simple a very isolated Malga on this point. He is going to have to try and go out the other way, and I think he will get out, or he won't even get out, so easy first flip for PP.
Yeah, probably would want to see a Diva swap in an ideal world. Don't know if Simple's got that in his locker though, but maybe just trying to play it a bit too slow there, Vision. Trying to play slow with the Malga on point against this type of comp that's going to take every angle.
I was actually about to say he should just go Winston. He's Korean. This will be fine.
He is Korean.
He is going to
There is a Korean Winston in the lobby. Suddenly, I'm believing in Vision Esports.
They call this one Hanbin theory, where every now and again, if you remember you are Korean and Winston is a viable pick, you can always swap into it. And we'll see if it translates into success for him here. This type of comp, it should be good against Virtus Pro's comp. Even though it's a quite good map for Virtus Pro here, should be quite reasonable. Nade onto Vesta's going to make his life really hard. Yeah, he has to get the lamp as well. Simple doesn't survive. They deal with it. They trade him out. And with that death, they're going to have to reset here. Completely Vision. They'll get cleaned up. The real scary bit, though, is when his ults come on board. And Oi will have the nano for the next one.
Yeah. Jay, we've got to be careful here. Eats a nade. This concussive like pull, actually, I don't know if that's a name for it, but like the concussive blast turn pull is so strong. Early Bob from Shockwave. Jay was still really low. We're on his POV as well, even though all the odds are coming out. Nano Korean Monkey. Didn't realize he didn't have jump yet. Slowdive managed to find Shockwave. Why? Rock, this is looking very Korean. I can't help but say it.
Zen and Winston, very different heroes, but gonna try and make it work anyway. Flux will come out, big trouble. All the damage there. Suzu tried to hit it from downtown, did one, but Vess will just clean everything up. He has got the levitate perk as well, so he is going to be bouncing and floating around, causing all sorts of havoc for him here. Has the other perk, that is when you, is it damage and projectiles you eat with your Matrix will decrease your rock cooldown, but won't make a huge difference here because it might already be over. And that rock is a miss, though. Taejong is going to try and make a desperate run for point. He's going to die on the way in, and this is, I think, no touches, maybe simple. Might even get primal. He has to do so much, doesn't even get primal.
Not Korean enough.
No,
Apparently Korean Farah counters Korean Winston. I don't know about your thoughts on that, but... Yeah, I'm looking at the results. Maybe it's true.
It's not it's like the comp matchup is good, but I feel like it's a little bit awkward on that map in particular, just because for the Ana, it's so easy for the Ana just to get boxed in or something by the Sigma, and then you get these situations where you just don't have that pocket, you don't have the support, and then all of a sudden you're just you find your Winston dead before anything really happens.
Yeah, I mean, VP are essentially playing like a 5-man flank comp. Like any single one of their team can take an angle. Obviously, the Sig's probably the angle, like the main angle for the majority of the time. We'll just walk up main and pressure that. But you know, you can have an Alara, you can have a BAP, you can have the Farah or the Ashe. Just take a flank and kill half your team at any point. So it's really hard. It requires a lot of focus from the other side to make sure you're keeping track of everything and don't give away silly picks. But maybe just asking for a little too much from Vision there.
Yeah, an interesting situation as well, of course, for Vision now, who, even with Immo unavailable, will be probably picking something like Blizzard World here and trying to send us to some kind of double flex matchup. Versus Pro, where we've seen lots of teams trying to solve this by a version of Dive. We've seen Lucio Ana Winston, we've seen some Diva, Kiri Lucio type comp, stuff like this. They might just go, we'll just take the mirror, you know, we'll just play double flex support too, we'll just play Sigma or something, and we'll just take you in more of a sort of vintage Havana style matchup rather than trying to dive to solve it as well. So always a little bit of a problem for Vision in all of their games because they're just one of the weaker teams in the region, right? But this is going to be a different one where maybe their unique look is the same as this team's unique look, except this other team is also unbeaten this season.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Like you usually want to play like a more divey comp against these double flex comps, and dive is maybe you could say it's like VP's worst comp on paper, right? Probably what they look a lot better like the pokey, angly type comps instead of just like the proper dive. Not that they couldn't play it, I'm sure. Yeah, concussive implosion, like you said, you're just a knower, I guess. It's so strong actually. Like, I mean, when you think about how oppressive Orisa was in Overwatch 1 with like pool combos, it's just the exact same thing.
It's got so much, I think, because it's obviously what's really nice is unlike Orisa, where Orisa really for the most part actually needs the team to play around the pool to get max value out of it. But Farah can do a lot of this on their own. Set up their own ultimates with it, of course, but even just for left click spam is a lot they can do with it. Yeah. But once teams start getting really good at some of these situations where you maybe nail it with your rail peak timing, you nail it with your Winston dive, nade, stuff like this. There's so many of these situations where it's actually so oppressive to deal with. And you always remember, like, you know, you've played in backline and in Overwatch League when you were playing Ana Brig, Ana Zen, and you're trying to watch for flank, you're trying to be ready for the dive, aware of all of this, where the danger's coming from. What is a real pain is if there's a Farah in the skybox, that also is a problem to deal with. And then if that Farah can also pull you while you're trying to worry about the tracer behind, worry about a ball or something, these ball tracer Farah comps, I feel like actually can have such an insane amount of value here if it's not like a map that's very generous in terms of space for the backline, like maybe a Blizzard World or a like a Dorado or something.
Yeah, no, it's a rough one for sure, because like before, if you're playing as Fire Comp, it's like the backline, it's like, well, maybe the boop is annoying, but unless you're standing in a spot where it will kill you, you can usually outplay it by just having your second support drop. But if suddenly you just get pulled into something and you eat a Farah, and the worst part is the splash is really big as well, so like even if it's just the other guy that gets hit with the direct, you'll still lose like 40-50 HP. And then suddenly you're very, very killable, and it's not a good time. It's getting played a lot in ranked right now as well because it's so strong.
Yeah, so strong independently as well. Like even if
as you said, like the fact that you can sync it with your ult as well, like as Farah, and you can make your ult even better with the survivability. Like, yeah, there's a real spot for Farah in the game right now, you know.
Yeah, a really strong spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Gonna go Esperanza.
Yeah, I guess
maybe
it's always
full committal to Malga comps, maybe.
Yeah, potential full committal here. Now they just want to change the normal picks they would go to. It's like it just doesn't work when we don't have our full roster available. So we're just gonna have to try and make something else. Thank you, Knives, for the 4 months tier 1 as well. Welcome, or welcome back, I should say.
Oh.
Ooh.
You gonna do a pred for a full cap on this map?
What have the mods decided? Mods have just gone win-loss. I'll trust the mods.
Fair enough.
Oh. Can Clash be played in OWCS anymore? Nope. Dead. Not even in the map pool. It's disappeared.
I don't even think it's in the ranked pool anymore.
No, they've taken it out of the game as well, I think. Yeah. Alright. Sigma ban. Seems reasonable enough. Echo ban in response here. Yeah, I don't know. VP's one seems very unimpactful, right? I don't know.
Yeah. I actually would prefer something like a Lucio ban, and you play your Alari Bap, and you just play a Diva instead of the Sig, you know?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if that's still scary versus for Malga. Could just be like Juno Brig or something.
Maybe, but...
We've been told it's still in quick play as well for Clash. It's not out of a game then, just out of ranked, out of OWCS.
Out of anything that matters. Out of anything that matters, I understand.
I don't know, you play those quick play games, mate, it's heated, it's hot in there. It's
I mean, right now quick play is probably better than ranked after the ranked reset.
Ooh.
The ranked reset has made ranked unplayable half the time because it's the most lost or won on loading because there's just 2 Masters players that snuck into every lobby. Visit dogehype.com today and effortlessly boost your Twitch rankings. Thoughts? Should I visit?
Yeah, why not? What's the worst that could happen?
Hey, Simple's on Hazard.
Ooh, he is on Hazard. Okay, so it's going to try and take this version of it. Look like VP are still going the Malga route here. We'll see if Garda... I imagine I wouldn't be surprised if we see Fixer maybe swap off to Lucio after they see the Hazard here.
Yeah. No, I'm actually... Like I was saying a bit during map 1, I actually could... I'm obviously not competing, I don't know. But I could see a world where this like Hazard comp is a soft counter to the Malga one. I don't think it's like a win by picking it type of counter, but I think it's got counterplay for sure.
Let's see. Alright, going to be first, I guess, sort of robot control, at least in this side of a map control. Very quickly, Simple is going to take the other high ground. We want to try and catch them underneath. They're caught in a little bit of an awkward position, Virtus Pro, in a bit of a similar rotation. They get themselves through now for the most part, though. J will deflect.
Always got to be careful.
VP can stabilize here, bash back from Fixer, but Shockwave finds the opening pick while all of this happens. So now player advantage will use. Simple has had to use his cooldowns defensively. You can see Vessler looking to capitalize off that. Once that Hazard misses his engage, has to use that wall, all of a sudden a chance, right? The same way when you play Ramatra into Hazard, you're quite happy as for Ramatra to trade your cooldowns into Hazard because it means that Hazard doesn't have the cooldowns for your backline. Same principle applies to Malga. If Vessler can ever get any situations where he can just keep Simple on the back foot, essentially, it's really good.
Okay, no.
He's fine.
Yeah. he was down still. No, I mean, it's just the DPS from VP got picks on Division's backline. It will happen sometimes. Let's see if it will happen again. AOI does take the shot, not a headshot though, she does live. Simple's gone down very low early. Vesh is just trying to mark him, but the Hazard does have the more mobility. They're going to try and go around him. Ooh, never mind, they're actually going to turn for it. Shockwave's going to find Taejong though, and that might be dead in the water for Vision.
Yeah, all a little bit easier to deal with when you don't have Genji to follow up with the dives as well. And now, just going to be walking forward, dealing with it. Oi is going to... He's going to get out. All right. Shockwave's got half a rail. Oh, he's left. Everyone else, not quite so lucky on this escape. Oh, he actually taking a little bit of a peek back as well. He's not done yet.
he's not done with Shockwave. He's got words to have still. Maybe a stagger from Vision here? They're kind of
need to be careful on this right-hand side. Yeah, I think they're okay. They got respawns and stuff, and that'll be a raid trade in this next fight. But Jaewoo's slightly closer to that blade. They have the overclock as well. Shockwave with a flank overclock, but who is he flanking? They're not even there. Oh my god, he gets the kill anyway. Nice little kill from Shockwave, and the flank overclock looked like he had just a bit of a misread on where Vision was standing, but Shockwave, he found the spot, and that's going to be a quick, easy fight off this overclock as well.
Yeah, I am a bit confused why one peeks out into the overclock, because Vision actually get a trade, so even though they were giving up cart, it would have been a 1-for-1 at least, but now they're going to have to wait and give you an extra space. You know, super cheap fight, obviously 1-0 for VP. This next fight's just going to be a fiesta though. Early beams come out.
Blade available for both. It's Taejong who pulls it first, though, and Gala's going to die. Vessel's drop the cage now, but Taejong is Lucio Genji flanked. Jaewoo's going to use his blade, rally everything, really trying to wall himself in for safety right now, but not enough to survive in this one. They'll clean everything up. They lost Shockwave and Gala and all of that, so annoying picks to have to get back, but they can still gain a few more meters and get those players back. Even going to be a late kill onto one here as well, sorry. So we're in full cap territory already.
Yeah, this is basically as fast as you can do it as well. VP don't have any ults, and Vision do have the beat and the overclock, so hopefully they can get something cooking with that. You've got to be careful. The slam does come out though. I just realized Simple's over on the Malga now. Beat, overclock does come out. Simple's been left in alone. They're going to go for Shockwave. They're going to try and take that kill. They're going to find Gala as well. They have traded Simple for this, but realistically they've killed enough for it to be a 5-win.
Yeah, slightly different directions there with the kite. Shockwave ends up isolated in main and is an easy kill for the overclock and Taejong together. So we get the stabilization, but no meters on the board. No meters on the board. Going to be a long way back here for Vision, but the ult situation is at least reasonable as they come on to mid. Thanks, chat. A good question. If only we knew the answer. Taejong has blade. Slight blade advantage here, but it can be quite difficult to really go with a neutral blade in a lot of these situations here. Remember, of course, Virtus Pro have a substantial lead, so don't need to force anything here. The onus is really on Vision. Dash in to send a slight out of slow dive. They're looking for the follow-up here. They are just really going for it. Counter slam comes out here. Vessel's going for it, but Fix is taking care of Taejong. They don't even get to this blade, so the ults won't really matter. It's a 1-for-1 situation, though. Now they're peeking round. Simple, trying to reset his HP as well. Vesler has his next stop timing overdrive, or cardiac overdrive rather, in 2 seconds as well. It's going to be Simple coming in first right now. Doesn't find anything. Jaewoo's had his deflect force. Also getting very close for everyone, so it's about to be a big throwdown. It's the rally first from Fixer, and it catches Simple. The slight ult advantage. Virtus Pro do such a good job of just being so quick on the trigger there. As soon as Fixer got the opportunity, he was pressing that button, and they win it just because they are like 3% before Vision get all of their ults up.
Yeah, it's classic. You get the support ult up slightly earlier. If you're willing to just balls to the wall pop it, you'll win that fight fairly quickly, actually. Taejong going to be marked on the right here. I think Jaewoo's going to go and fight that. He's actually going to get the blade pulled on him by Taejong. Beyblade fight, maybe. Double cage comes out. Fixer does rig the Blade v Blade fight in Jaewoo's favor, but you know, I think VP were winning this fight anyway.
Yep, going to be a 0 trade situation as well. So this is really going to threaten the full cap. It's going to be overclock versus overclock coming out. Oi is close to the beat if he can get it, but Vettler is literally camping the door right now. Shockwave ready to pull the trigger as soon as Vision poke their heads out of their spawn right now. Here comes Simple. Stomp comes in. Shockwave's just going to walk away from it, pumping this damage in right now. Not getting all that much. And actually, they've managed to stabilize a little bit here. Vesler was in super deep, and actually Taejong wins the poke battle there. Rocket from downtown. They have killed Simple, though, so 4v4 situation still. Taejong is ahead, or is behind, rather. They're losing people on point right now. Now they come in. It's done. Virtus Pro, cap.
Who could have seen it coming? Not me. Oh my god, is it me or is Reinforced got a really shiny like, top of forehead?
He's got the gleam.
He does, yeah. Yeah, so... Yeah, where are you going for map 3 if you're Vision here to start the reverse sweep?
Right, it's almost...
They're going Suravaso. I guarantee you they're picking Suravaso because they don't care. There's nothing in this for them. They want to go Suravaso and they want it to end. I guarantee you.
Thank you, Manx, for the tier 1 6 months. Another month, another forgot to cancel my sub. Well, your mistake is my gain. I'll happily take that money out of your wallet.
That's very noble of you. Very, very humble.
Never tell you about that guy I met in Stockholm. So me and Hunter are sitting on the crowd on Friday, and one of the guy I'm sitting, like, Hunter's on the outside, I'm on the inside, so I'm sitting next to some people I don't know. The guy leans over to sort of say, like, oh, like, he's a fan and stuff, and introduce himself, blah, blah, blah. He says, oh, I really like your content, you know, I appreciate everything you do, but, yeah, I just don't have the money to sub right now. But I really appreciate everything you do. So I said back to him, well, how do you afford a ticket for this event, then?
Oh!
So that's the story of me trying to shake down someone while I watch the Overwatch.
That guy hates me now, for sure. That is a fan loss.
It was all in good jest. He enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. I was like, yeah, because I kept going. I was like, oh, you know, go on, get your wallet out now. What's in the wallet? I feels like you have some money.
You know what? Just hand me the money now.
So if you
fuck the sub.
So if you go to an Overwatch event, there's always a chance you might get shaken down by your favorite streamer.
Alright. Important question. Who is map 1 pick for the TM-TU game?
TM?
TM a map 1 pick?
Yeah.
Okay,
what do you call it?
TM will win 3-2. TM are going to win 3-2.
Partner privilege.
Aren't both of them partners? Oh no, TU's not partner, are they?
Not partner, no.
Unfortunately, it's already a predetermined 3-2 to TM then, though.
All we have to do is break one. I honestly, again, when I was watching it, because when we finished at Esperanza, in my head, I was like, maybe the comp just can't work, you know, like point control, blah, 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 blah. But when I was watching it back, I was like, actually, it can work. I mean, we did see an instance this morning. We actually had like a bit of a rematch of that type of matchup between Zeta Division and Crazy Raccoon, where Crazy Raccoon, as you can imagine, find themselves on the ball side, Zeta Division on the Mauga side, and the Mauga comp actually just kind of blitzed them on that occasion, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe there is just like the power level's not quite there on some of these maps for like the ball comp.
Yeah, I mean, the ball comp is the type of thing where you do have to play perfectly on the maps where it's like, if you're playing the ball comp on like a map where it's not great, you are putting yourself in a position where you have to play like pixel perfectly. You have to make sure you don't waste the ults, no free retakes, no picks. I think TU is better than TM right now. These things changed yesterday. Speaking of how that game was, yeah, I think they might be better. Being 5th seed is huge. You should probably get Peps losing round run rather than Alcantara. Yeah, I mean, presuming that
I'm back.
Presuming the VP pick playing Genji over Alcantara, you'd probably rather be on the Pep Alcantara side of the bracket. Like if you're a subscriber of like Alcantara beating Peps, but I actually don't even. I wonder what I put for my prediction on the pick'ems for the TM-TU games. I have no fucking clue anymore.
I think I went 3-2 TU.
I think I probably went for a 3-2, but I actually don't know.
Hey, Gayanta. Where does Smash rank in terms of coaches in the world right now? That's kind of an impossible question to answer, right? It's always, what does the coach actually do? How good they are? Smash is certainly a top quality coach, right? Record across his career is actually really good.
Yeah.
And clearly,
it is one of those things that's impossible to quantify, though,
yeah,
right?
But it's like, how do you stack that up against what the other teams are doing? Really hard. But it's
the only way you can do it is if you've been on the inside. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. The only way you can know a question like that is if you've been on a team with all of these people, right?
Yeah.
Like I can tell you very comfortably how good a coach Chris is and in what way he is good and what ways he is bad, right? But I can't tell you the same for like Krusty or Smash or someone, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I can sit here and I can point at the decisions they're making and be like, what the fuck are they doing? Or, oh yeah, that's pretty good. But, you know, who knows? Because even stuff like picks, like that's, you know, for some teams, like for Chris teams, right? Hero picks are going to be down to Chris for the most part, right? Or at least historically. But maybe, you know, for the Ultimates, a lot of their players are a lot more, I guess, I don't want to say ego because that makes it sound like I'm describing it as a negative thing, but maybe more confident players. So maybe, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Kev is deciding what heroes he's playing over Chris, you know?
You think? I don't know.
It wouldn't surprise me.
No, I don't know, because we saw last year even Kev playing lots of stuff for heroes we wouldn't typically associate with Kev, right? Because it's what Gumba wanted.
Yeah, maybe.
But this is the exact point of like, it's like a
Yeah,
good example
this is
of
my
like
exact point. There's no way of knowing.
yeah, you know what I mean. There's actually no way to verify it. You're just sort of like what we can say, things that you can look at from the outside and be like, what were the expectations based on roster strength? Are they good in different metas? Are they exceeding expectations? Are they adapting well to the new meta? Do they pass the eye test in terms of when they play? You know, does it look like we have good macro? Does it look like we have good macro decision making in terms of how we're playing the playstyle, how we're investing our ultimate, stuff like this? All of that stuff I think is like an indication, but there's always like a blurred lines of exactly how much is column A, how much is column B, right? I think we always remember like the go-to example I think is probably Rush in all of this, where it was like Dallas were the team to that Rush Dallas team season 5 were like the team to like copy everything off. You know, they didn't just define like what heroes were good, like a lot of top teams get to do.
They define how
they define the play style, like whatever they're doing, just guarantee you it's the best. There's a new comp that everyone's playing. How are Dallas playing it? And I think Rush got a lot of credit for that. And then we actually see that doesn't translate in the future all of a sudden. What it does translate to is maybe a team like Falcons, and then all of a sudden you're like, maybe a lot of this was sheer and fielder actually. You know, like you're trying to like eliminate the variables. Where does it?
It's impossible to know because like obviously a lot of people give Goomba credit for Florida season 5, right? But then I've heard that certain players on that roster have said that it was actually the players that did a lot of it, you know. And there's no way of knowing that. There's no way of knowing who's telling the truth and who's not, unless you were there. But
yeah, the nature of these things is that it's always normally also a collaborative effort as well, right? In the sense of like, some of it will be Goomba, some of it will be like RuPaul and someone, both very vocal players, and like in that example as well, right? So it'll be a bit of both in play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you still can't deny that in terms of like, achievements so far. Again, like we're a month into the year, but achievements so far, Smash is like on track for a good one, you know?
Yeah.
And I think Smash does pass the eye test as well. Like if you want to see what Smash's coaching is like, maybe don't listen to us, be your own judge. There's a video on my YouTube channel right now where Smash does a VOD review of one of their recent games, talks through it, so you can see if you think he knows what he's talking about. If not, be sure to leave a YouTube comment correcting him.
Yeah, leave a comment. How can you earn the Rainy Day Tracer skin? Thank you for asking. Good first time message. If you gift 2 subs, that's just the safest way to do it. Or if you first time sub and gift 1 sub. Primes do not count. The safest way to guarantee that you haven't screwed anything up is just by gifting 2 subs. But drop an exclamation mark SAS to get the full rundown.
You actually have to be the carrier of this now, because I was doing it this morning with Bunter as well, and it felt like I was having like my body was rejecting it. Yeah, my body was rejecting the concept of selling the Rainy Day Tracer skin. I'm in too deep, you know, just in too deep with it all.
Yeah, no, I understand that. You know what? You won't be in deep? Rain. If you want the Rainy Day Tracer skin, exclamation mark SAS to get more info.
Oh, all right. Let's see. We'll investigate that
we're on the
afterwards. But yeah,
we're on the Zemba.
Sig Mirror, and most people wouldn't want to Sig Mirror Bestler. So a particularly tall task ahead of Oi. The lamp is actually good from 1, keeps him alive in this. And Jwoo on the flank. Little bit of kill, slow dive, and get out of dodge as well. Rock comes out from Oi. Just get his whole forces for lamp out of Fixer actually. Vestler on a rare back foot in this Sig Mirror. And might just be able to hold their ground as a result of this as well. Not conceding all the space here, Vision, which is nice for them. Now they're conceding all the
planted on top.
Where is Oi going?
Oi.
Yeah, he's going out top right. Yeah, a little bit disconnected from his backline now. He does manage to get all the way out and fine. So, coming back round there. Window's going to come out. Window in response right now. Lamp is available for 1. Going to use it to keep going. Gets boot back in as well. So he's not really shooting too much through the window. Transcends to keep everyone alive right now. Bob just to try and release some of the pressure. But where are you going, Bob, mate? Running right past all the action. And Taejong will get taken down now. Slow dive gets his power position. And Vision, they've cracked it open.
Yeah. I do actually wonder if banning Widow on a map like Havana against VP is a misplay. Because you know they're going to play the Alari. Widow quite likes playing into Alari comps, but yeah, it's clearly working for him. VP gonna lose that fight despite committing 2 ults to it, matching Visions too. Simple already 30% to another Trank despite using that in that fight.
Yeah, I guess they're just sort of stuck for like a similar situation, right? It's actually a Zugzwang situation where there's not any great bans really on the options open.
Not if you're wanting to opt into the SIG, I think.
Yeah, like you kind of just like, yeah, okay, just all you can do is sort of ban to guarantee it, essentially.
Yeah.
All right. J-Wheel holding his high ground is going to be annoying to deal with. Slowdive's trying to get an angle. Flux comes out. Barrage to take it down, though. Lamp not in time. So that's a Flux Jack for Oi. They'll kill one afterwards as well, as that Lamp ends up doing nothing, essentially. Late to save the person it was meant to save, and then not available for one who needed it very shortly afterwards as well. But let's probably get the hold here. Still plenty of time for vision. But in general, in this type of comp mirror, it's a really slow one. So every fight you lose is going to take pretty significant time off the clock.
Yeah, it's more of like a minute per fight type of comp. You got to weasel your way into the chokes, and these staggers from vision aren't going to be helping, that's for sure. Always hopefully going to be the last one caught in a simple over peaks. The Genji, I think, is a rough one, because on paper it's good, but it's also so hard into this type of comp, I feel. But I also don't know what you'd pick instead. Actually, Vest is going to be hunting down Simp. We're going to force him off his high ground at least.
Here's the ball.
Always swap to the ball.
Well, what did
Famously easy to pick up hero ball. The main support is on it.
This is actually Cruise Theory, is when they spawn camp you, just go a fast hero and run behind them, start C9ing them so they can't spawn camp you anymore. Blade comes out, and I mean, good for it as well. It has forced them back. Oi will go down, but they have broken the spawn camp. Jaewoo now didn't have deflect Taejong, but no problem. Vest is going to come try and clear him out, but Taejong has the dash to get himself out. Captive Sun now from Gala. The fighting continues, trying to peek that. I don't know if he gets a trigger. He did give a Transcendence out, though, and Slowdive's used a bob on point, and they've cracked it open again here, Vision.
Yeah, and now suddenly... Oh, wait. Flux from Vistola. Good trade onto Taejong. I don't think he's going to be able to get out here, surely. The Discord from above...
Rock.
He's safe. It's a main spawn ball. He's not going to be able to do anything to him. And VP, they actually do well to hold on some of the space. Vest using the float to get up onto the high ground off of the small things on the top there. All the way up to the top with the float now. Gonna clear out Slowdive.
Lurking around
Gonna drop
now.
after doing that. The roll-up from Oi, I respect it.
He's cleared him off right now. Vest is going to throw a rock up a window. Doesn't catch Slowdive, though. One avoids that. They've cleared a bit of space right now. The Bob, in response from Shockwave underneath, is behind him. Catches Slowdive with that one as well. Taejong good for one in response, though. But he's going to be contained by this Bob. He's separated, and one is going to have an impossible exit strategy there. And they just got forced off the high ground there, Vision. And you see one person goes right, one person goes back, one person goes left. Taejong is still finding kills over onto the soldier, not a hero, again, we associate with him here. Vision having to do a lot of filling the cracks, trying to make the comp work here. But trades are always going to make it difficult in this situation. You need clean fight wins, and right now, they're always good for a trade. Vesta has got the soldier contained right now, but will slide back onto the high ground. Vest can go match that too. Big Slam comes through, Rock will hit, can't confirm that kill though. Mine's available now for Oi, so maybe a tricky situation for Vest on this next one. No lamp available as well. Oi! It's not pretty, but the mines are out. Vest has got himself back top left right now, and the Tracer from Jaewoo will just keep point anchored. They're going to try and roll forward, but Fixer is just booping him around. Roll through, slam onto Vessler, but Vessler has taken care of Taejong thanks to that rock now as well. Gala's going to get rolled through on weight. In a bit of trouble has for Shift. Rock comes backwards as well, and they're just trying to stabilize here a little bit. Virtus Pro. The ball is annoying, but Virtus Pro are dealing with it.
Yeah. Inspirational gameplay from Oi. I respect it a lot. Big Slam onto Vest again here. Gonna get chugged. Shockwave's gonna find Slowdive. Simple's trying to get the trade back. He does. He dodges the Flux too. Actually, a Flux Jacks, I think. Maybe get cleansed by one. Trans comes out after. Taejong gets taken down by Jaewoo over on the Tracer now. Riley comes out from Fixer. And that's gonna be a soft reset at the very least from Vision. Or it might get caught on the way out as well.
Oh, no, he gets
just
away
about
with it.
lives.
10 seconds, and that's important because they have to take this fight right now. Overclock pop by Taejong. Just going to lay it into Vessler right now. Forces the Matrix out. Disruptor shot of a choke to force him back. Vessler's still quite low. They're thinking about pushing it here. They have to consider the touch. Taejong will take care of Jaewoo. Looking for the hit onto Shockwave as well. The Rock caught from behind the Rock. But that's all they've got. Oi is moving the point. Vess has to try and do everything right now. As Fixer with him. So we can see Vessler just to the side of our screen. What is Vess up to? I want to know. Fixer's with him. Vest is trying to get him and Fixer out of there. Can't save Fixer, and now it's Vest versus the World. Rock onto Simple. Vest will get one. So looks like Vestler will take care of the World right now. They need someone to get the touch. Bob onto point is going to make this so hard for Jwoo. He needs help. Vestler has died on the high ground right now, and they can't touch anymore. He's going to lamp himself out for it. I think it would have gone through anyway, and now they're all going to get staggered, and Vision have got themselves to third point here.
Yeah, suddenly we're actually in a spot where, with these staggers as well, if you can hold up, maybe get another pick or two, could get a very decent push win off here. Jwoo going to get hunted by the god on ball himself, Oi. One is come to help him. He's committing to it. No, going out.
Just driving around. Getting up his mileage. Alright, he has the mines. Going over the wall right now. There we go. Gets himself over it. Looking for the mines onto the Baptiste potentially. Maybe even onto the Brig. Fixer's seen him right now. Jwoo has died in the front. Fixer is just looking and waving at him here. Yeah. Slam now onto Gala. He kills the mine nearest him. The mines have come out. They'll get no trades out of this here. Oi is still trying to roll around. Desperately trying to get the damage, but they'll deal with that right now. Ball is going to get really... It's not too bad, honestly, when Virtus.pro are holding forward. But Ball's not too bad. He's probably going to swap anyway, but it's really difficult once you get to the second part of third point here. Maybe he's just going to keep doing it. I don't hate it for this part of third point. We'll see. Flux and Bob available though for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, Fixer gonna match Oi on the angle here with Shockwave. He's being bullied. He's actually being cyber bullied. That's fucked up. Dynamite comes out from Shockwave here. One TP's away. Taejong's got the shot. Hits it. Can't quite finish. Does finish Shockwave off. Simple found Jwoo as well. Fixer does get onto one with the rally. Simple with the trans. Oi coming back on the Ryan. Simple has got the touch guaranteed. Another brute! It's another brute!
Vestler goes missing. He might be able to get the kill. Shield not quite in time for Oi, but the kills are enough. They're going to get their spawns. They're going to keep going. Vestler's going to have to die late. Yep. And Ryan was the solution. Honestly.
It's always Ryan.
It's always Ryan. Kitsune Rush available for one coming back. Shockwave's going to have for Bob. Gala might have a window soon as well. Fixer going on to Juno just may. Don't know if he'll commit it, but at least for speed ring out of spawn. Vest is going Diva right now, so I imagine the play here for Virtus.pro is don't worry about this Reinhardt. Just try and make sure we kill people. We'll win the long fight if we trade here. So eyes on Jwoo, eyes on Vest as they try and get some kills in this.
Yeah, Pulse is a deadly one if the cleanse isn't there.
Shockwave
Bob going to be burned by it. Cleanse is out. He whips the pulse slow. Simple falls anyway. Not a bigger pulse, but it was big enough. Slow dive trades back onto Shockwave. Oi is just anchored on point here. Bob comes out. It's going to be really good on the end of point. Slow dive's going to fall to Vixer. Bestow the dive. Taejong going for the hero play. Double slide. Forces the shift. Forces the land.
Disrupt a shot. Wait, what's with him? They're going to get the kill. He's got the overclock out. Taejong combines for connect. Oi is just standing on point. He has the double thrust, so he doesn't have the height on it anymore. He's dealing with it. He's in trouble. He does get traded. It's just Oi versus the world. One is 1 HP. Will get finished off. 1 meter 39 centimeters short, but honestly, fair play.
Fair, yeah, I mean fair. Just a bit tragic. The slide there, obviously the perk.
Changes the height, yeah.
Yeah, makes it so you can't go quite as high. I mean, considering for first point you're on a Sig mirror against one of the better Sigs on the planet, definitely best in the EMEA, with a main support, and then you had a ball on main support, a 1 meter off of a full cap on Havana. I think you're actually quite happy with it. I think Simple did really well that round, unsurprisingly maybe.
Yeah, really is. He is the star player in many respects, and Nat Zen is his best hero here, and that's the power of having such a good player and using the map pick, the hero bans, to try and put that player on their best hero on a map that's good for it as well. Oi has been inspired. Oh, I was about to say he's going to be inspired by his Ryan antics on third, but instead we'll go Sigma. Honestly, probably more reasonable on this. Maybe once he gets to like second and third, for Ryan can work as well. But he wasn't actually doing that bad on the Sigma mirror.
No,
their main problem on attack was the support. They couldn't break the spawn camp, right? But we've seen loads of teams struggle against that spawn camp from Virtus.pro.
Yeah, it's also just that specific spawn like spot on both on second and third actually. Like when you hold close on second at the gate, and when you hold the spawn doors on third, it's actually really hard to break out of without using an ult or two. They are going to be on a Mei Sig comp. I quite like the idea, but I do wonder if maybe the swaps from VP, early Ana swap we're going to see might make this a bit difficult.
Yeah, so in theory they can just bully Oi a lot in these situations, but Mei will solve some of it. For now, Taejong is playing this left-hand side, trying to mark that. Wall comes out, catch onto the Genji. Nice and easy from the Mei Brig combo on the left, and this will slow Virtus Pro right down. Can be very difficult to clear this left-hand side area for the attackers, or right-hand side from their POV. But it's difficult at the best of times, whether it's a Lucio Genji there, a Brig Genji, any combination of support plus hero, but the Mei especially, because these walls are just so brutal in reality. They need Vestler to maybe try and interrupt from main, throw the slow in that direction as well. But now he's just put the slow onto Oi, trying to clear a bit of space at main, and Simple and Taejong, they're going to just preserve themselves on this angle.
Yeah, they're playing to ignore this main side now by the looks of VP. They've got their team stacks on the other. Jay was just going to dash through to high ground. And suddenly, this angle on the left, you needed to push them to do something. Hopefully a flank is coming through. No, they're kind of just sat AFK. I need this flank through. Look at where Gala is. They could catch him so easily. He's actually going to run into them. Is he going to hit a 5-orb?
Oh, he certainly is. Taejong's will get taken down, distracted, trying to clear top. Backbone could see it coming, but unfortunately Vision Esports could not. And that would be a crack on this first hold as well. Finish off on point. They do get a recontest here, Vision Esports. But for Virtus Pro, some of these ults going to be really scary. Maybe a nano boost onto Vestler even, into an Annihilation. Great chance for Vestler to set up forward, maybe even go through this window, retake from one. All he has to worry about is if Taejong gets that blizzard up right now. But a great opportunity for Vestler to maybe just push this advantage home, holding close. And it's going to be an awkward touch with this slow comp.
Yeah, they've got double support up 2 VP. Gonna be impossible to get to a point.
Jaewoo.
Nano onto Jaewoo. Gonna go and just one-shot Simple on the Zen now. Window comes out from 1. Oi is getting chunked very hard. The Blizzard comes out, the bomb comes out. Bomb's gonna be touching point for a little while. The Trank comes out in response. Has the ice block. He's okay.
Still
They've got a while before the bomb goes.
They
need to get there in a sec though. They're not gonna be able to touch. It was a good first hold though. You got 2.5 minutes off-ish. Like, not too bad.
Yeah, not the end of the world there. They're going to lose Oi late here, and actually Simple might die again, actually. Yeah, he's in so much trouble. Jaewoo will finish that one up, get a chance to set up close. We're going to have Ramatra and Genji and Sojin all with their ults ready to on this close hold as well. But Vision, rather, they have the Flux coming back out, but the Flux can be really awkward. Really awkward. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, it can just be really awkward to retake with the Flux. It's not a great ult to open up space.
No, for sure. They do not have support as VP though, so if he does get someone with it, they're going to get hit by it unless he gets Jax's it. He goes for it on Vest, already half HP, forces Annihilation, overclock out from Shockwave just to try and buy them a bit of space, ice block out from Taejong. Is he going to be able to get one? Has one got the moves? Oh, he just about gets him in the end. Simple finds the Storylar, Garland gets the trade onto Oi. Taejong and Slowdive are in this corner. Simple looking for a trade maybe. Jay was just going to kill him. And Jay was just going to clean up the rest, presumably, as well.
Yeah, no escape for Slowdive in that one there. And they'll keep this payload rolling. They
Wait, who's underneath?
It's Taejong. He's just going for a strong...
It's a rainy day!
It's raining. He's got his umbrella. If you are worried about it being a rainy day like Taejong, you can get yourself a rainy day Tracer skin if you give 2 subs right now. Gonna get Ice Block on point. Doesn't get to Blizzard though. The Blade will get the cleanup now. Unfortunately, Taejong's umbrella. Good against the rain. Not good against a sword.
Yeah, well, I'd just like to thank Taejong for the opportunity for an ad read. You know? Vash is going to swap over to the Sig, Oi onto the ball, Oi to the Orisa actually, 1 onto Anna. Double support again for VP. They use their DPS and tank to get that cap on second. Yeah, the Fran throw. Yeah, there's a Fran throw. Taejong has the Blizzard, obviously pretty good, but if they have Trank and Nano to save whoever it goes on, might be difficult without a follow-up nade from one.
Now Taejong has this Blizzard ready to go, looking to try and find something. Really kind of caught in the open here. He has got the orb pocket, does get through to this left-hand side room now. Wants to set up a similar situation to first point, but they're putting all the pressure onto Oi, and Taejong hasn't quite relieved any of this pressure yet. He's taking the high ground. It's a greedy one right now. He is... What's going on, Taejong, mate? Are we okay? He's just going to try and play the sniper position, but Jaewoo is coming for him. He's going to Blizzard Jaewoo. He's going to wall him off. Jaewoo avoids the Blizzard. He's dead. Ah, Taejong.
Simple gets the Zen gap though to maintain his reputation. Oi back over to the Rhine. Double support ults for both teams. VP are coming close to 5. Taejong coming out on the hands right now. Jaewoo, gotta be careful of getting chunked. Nano comes out. Discord can't go on him because of the patch 10 years ago. Slowdive gets Shockwave with his overclock. Nanoed in, gets Victor as well. The pin, did he get someone off the map? I'm not sure. Ooh. Nice shot from Slowdive. Can we get Gala as well? No, we're just gonna set up a Vest, I think.
Thank you, Z Skills, for the 2 community gifted. You can claim your Rainy Day Tracer skin right now. In the meantime, though, Vision, the Rhine was always the solution. It was always the answer. People just weren't ready to accept it. Oya's going to hit the pin onto Vestler, and they are going to try and stabilize here. 2.5 minutes, which, you know, seems like a good chunk
where they
of
can win the
time.
map.
But it's, yeah, it's not
We're in a
actually
position where they
that
could win the
much.
map easily.
Simple has Transcendence to deal with this Flux as well. Virtus.pro do have ult advantage, but this walk-up is still going to be difficult. You can see Vision Esports, they want to play the choke because it's so much better for the ride, but Simple's going to catch him. Dynamite on Shockwave as well. Simple rotates out. Slowdive hits the shot. Maybe they can just hit enough shots to get themselves out of this ult advantage situation. They take a little bit of a step forward as well. Jimmy Job, thank you for a 2 community gifted as well. Rainy Day Tracer for you. Shockwave gets caught by the Fire Strike. Now they're pinning in. They want to kill this Sigma. Vestler has the Flux to try and get himself out of trouble right now. Unbelievable. What else is unbelievable is Creed with the 10 community gifted. That's 5 Rainy Day Tracer skins for you. 1.5 minutes here. Virtus.pro on the ropes.
Shockwave 1 HP again. Gotta be careful here. Flux gonna come out from Vest. I think he got majority of the backline, but they have the squads to live that. Taejong is low, gotta be careful. One's coming up from this Nano here. Overclock out from Shockwave. Vest is on the backline. Nano comes out, Perk is gonna save one.
He's dead!
The pin!
Oi stabilized on point. They have to reset it. Jay was still walking in trying to get trades. He will get a trade, but trades aren't going to be that high value at this point because Oi is just standing on that point. We'll try and clear Shockwave out. Shockwave has the 2 slides. Double thrust to get himself out of dodge. Needs to be careful not to stagger here, Shockwave. But I think he should just about be okay with those torpedoes. Dodges for Fire Strike. Diva swap now for Vestler out of all of this. But Oi has the slatter. Transcendence.
There's no answer for it except Trank.
Trans can... Yeah, I mean, you might not save everyone, but they want to go past right now. I think Virtus.pro died with the blade here.
Yeah. Vest gonna get forced back to Slowdive, Overclock on top. He's not really able to keep going. No Nano to help him. DPS from VP are looking to flank left side. I think Vision no. It's a good shot onto Gala. Forces the Trank. This shutter is free now. Vest, Jwoo, and Shockwave have made it on the flank.
Oh, they transcend the blade. Pin! Oh, he's got it. He's got the shadow.
Going against Slowdive.
Oh, Gala's top left. Gala's got 2. The shatter comes out. It catches Fixer. Fixer will go. Flat spot coming out. He needs to kill the Zen. Oh, the boot back is too much. They can stall onto point still. Slowdive is coming back on Tracer. Taejong nearly has the bob. Taejong, can we give it? Slowdive, can we get the touch? Slowdive will get the touch. Taejong, oh, he has to recall. We need a second touch. They get the second touch. Ball is no, they don't.
No.
Oh, I thought they got it. Ball was on point. They were about to have Bob.
Oi did so well, but then he goes for the pin onto Gala. If he just shields and takes an extra 5 seconds to die, it cannot lose. But I mean, the pin on Jwoo Blade, the shadow, like you can't be flaming the main support on tank for not doing it.
No, I mean, I think nothing but credit should be given to Vision for their effort here in a difficult situation without their tank player, right? Like. We've seen teams lose by larger margins against Virtus.pro with their full team and a more established roster. So
that was a closer 3-0 than the VP Gen G game day 1.
All right. Oh, I'm going to eat some of my food. Thank you as well. Thank you again, Creed, Jimmy Job, Z Skills for all the gifts as well. Hope you enjoy your Rainy Day Tracer skins. That is match 1 done.
And now it's the big boys. Every single game. Well, maybe TMT you want the big boys, but yo, it's the big games.
It's funny because of how they've scheduled it. They scheduled it to be the last game of EMEA because they presumed it would be like a first/second like playoff review.
But no, it's 5th sec. Can you tell me why 1 repeat here, even though there's an overclock coming out? I'm a bit confused. I don't think it matters in the grand scale of things. You know, grand scale of the universe.
It's nice to double check sometimes.
Yeah, you know, that's true. Sure. It is nice to know for sure.
Yeah, he really was overclocking, wasn't he?
I think Slowdive had a pretty good series. Simple, of course, did well on Zen. When Vision were on this like double hit scan, like Zen Anacom, they actually looked pretty fucking good, even with AOI on tank. I think on first VP did very well. Like a lot of respect to Jwoo. They instantly realized that that right side, you're never getting through the May break there with your comp. So Jwoo just goes through mid, and then unfortunately the May break don't realize that because of that they then have to push behind. If they did, they'd have found Gala, they'd have found Shockwave, and they'd probably win the fight. But good read from VP to know. I know Gala's flank play worked out going through onto them, but I do worry.
I mean, Gala actually clutched up there for him massively.
Well, no, because they're winning the
that.
fight anyway because they're AFK, right? Like, they were super low. I think, obviously, if the main Brig are doing what they should be and pushing around behind, I think Gala's maybe, like, giving an opportunity to lose by doing that, actually. But works out this time, so who gives a fuck, honestly. Player of the match, Fixer.
Grow up. Come on. There's a typo in my title the entire time. Yeah, but Juby, isn't that your job technically? You're just telling me you didn't do your job.
And talking a little bit about the upcoming playoffs. Congratulations.
Oh, we got an interview.
The stage 1 round robin, and you guys got another victory. Coming into this stage, did you expect to not lose a single match? Did you expect to be this dominant?
To be honest, we start Scream. We are strongest team in EMEA, so yeah, we expected this result.
That's right, no surprise.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, looking ahead to playoffs, which teams do you think are most interesting right now to play against? With Perks coming in, change the game, but who do you want to see in playoffs?
I think Genji is most strongest team right now. I think they play really well and they're flexible, and Mega's a really good tank player. Yeah, Genji looks good.
I feel like we've seen you flex around and play quite a few different heroes, but we mostly know you for your Lucio play. What are some of the more fun heroes that you get to play with this Virtus Pro team?
Absolutely, parties.
That's classic. Like, good questions already taken.
Shooting.
No, sorry, I was laughing.
Really fun. I love that.
Were you watching before where Fixer was on broadcast last time and he had just like the worst fucking facial hair going?
Yeah.
Emma just pointed out, because I told Shockwave when he was in chat, I was like, you need to tell Fixer to get this sorted out, mate. You need to get him to fix it. It's in everyone's interest. Emma pointing out that the information seemed to have got its way through to Fixer, and we've got a facial hair improvement right now.
That's right.
Yeah, that is true. He had really good English, and it's also interesting, as someone has pointed out to me, like, the fact that they're saying that they think Genji's the strongest team after them, presumably that means they're picking Alcazia, right? Like, if they...
Yeah,
if they
probably.
think...
Probably, yeah. That's so mean. It's actually a kindness. A kindness.
Yeah, if they think Genji's the best team, then maybe they're picking Alcazia, and it becomes what, VP Alcazia top bracket, and then Pep's Genji rematch for a second game of playoffs. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Mutation. Oh yeah, GG's Nikki. Good job. A little bit spooky on Havana. Nikki, when do you have to pick? Sorry, I'm talking about mouthful. Within 24 hours after TU versus TM game. Oh, so you've got all day to ponder it if you really want, Bo. We can look at the stats for people asking as well.
You want to tell us who you're picking now anyway, Shockwave? You want to just tell us?
Nice overlay. Yeah, that seems a little bit suboptimal, doesn't it?
Don't even know who you can pick. It's Alcazia or Genji. They're guaranteed third, fourth. And the other two are in the losers bracket already, so it's just Alcazia or Genji.
Let me see if I can fix this. I was hoping to
Yeah, your stream is looking interesting right now. I don't know what you've done.
It's just because I have to have like a separate thing for the clean feed in my browser. What's wrong with the stream? Nothing's wrong with the stream. That is your eyes. If you're seeing something that looks a little bit strokey right now, you should call an ambulance immediately. The stream is perfectly fine. Stroke theory. There we go.
Can I say that maybe that last map was an opposite of observation theory? They played pretty well even though we were observing it.
Whoa! Thank you, NCSU Code Monkey, for the 5 gifted community subs. 2.5 rainy day tracer skins for you. And I think this also maybe stops you having a stroke. That's not a medical guarantee, but some doctors
give me money and you will not get a stroke.
Some doctors have been telling me that. It's not confirmed, but some studies actually pointing that way right now.
Is it the rainy day tracer skin that prevents the stroke, or is it the giving you money that prevents the stroke?
It's the skin.
Okay.
All right, let me lock out for a second, chat, while I try and I'm locking out for a second while I try and fix the stream.
Fuck you, Chris.
Whoa! Thank you, Power Puika, as well. To Gay Hunter, thank you for the gifted tier 1. Good for you, Gay Hunter. I'm actually... Wait, I think I'm making progress, chat. Don't call it a comeback. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons now, though. Nope, it's still broken. Whoa! I actually can't see it. Thank you, Palm Freak _OW for the tier 1 2 months. Forgot to unsub, for fuck's sake. Your mistake is my game. A lot of forgetful people in this chat, I must say, but seems to only benefit me.
You know, I'm gonna subscribe
Right,
to Chris Stage 1 theory and say that TM are gonna win this game. That's my prediction.
We're so grateful to have the mobile clinic because there's a lot of people that live literally across
I'm trying to fix it, chat. I feel like I'm getting
so helpful because
not closer in the traditional sense here.
They're under-resourced, and their main clinic where they get cared for unfortunately burned to the ground. So, which means these people
I think I've done it, chat.
don't have very much.
He's done it!
So
And then if I do this, everything's okay. When I minimize, everything's okay. Alright, I'll try and keep an eye on it because it seems a little bit dodgy. Narrow the numbers for you again, chat. Let me put everything back so I can see you.
Whether they have asthma or they don't, they're coming in with respiratory illness.
Thank you again, Palm Freak, Power Puika. Very much appreciated.
Great use and your generosity will go far.
There's a tweet from EMEA.
Just where we're located,
Oh.
we're literally
Oh,
right across
what's he
the
saying?
burn zone.
Hey everyone, just a heads up. My account got banned in competitive play due to accumulated reports, not because of any major offense. In ranked, it's normal to ask for swaps or to chat about gameplay. I never expected this to affect my OWCS journey. Thanks for the support.
yeah. It's definitely asking for swaps or chatting about gameplay. 100%. I mean, I've had my fair share of games with him, man. You know, I've had my fair share of games.
Oh, thank you, 8 Teal, for 2 community gifted. That's a rainy day tracer for you. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Who got them? Anyone good? Skibbity Goon free. The answer is yes, then, to that previous question. And Derry Estrick. I think I got that right. Yeah, I saw Skeng was tweeting as well. What was Skeng saying? Some people were linking it before, but we were like mid-game. Thank you, Jam. Hi, Zoe. I have the utmost respect for you. It's a good start. Positive. Nothing to complain about so far. However, oh no. You and the casters have been told Imo is ineligible, and this has been relayed back to you twice, and you are still clowning him saying Imo has decided to get himself banned. It's really disrespectful and not a joke.
What?
He is banned, though.
He is banned! He's literally banned! He did get himself banned! Like, what? Lijiang map 1 from TM, by the way, with Doomfist ban.
Oh, no way I
Been
can't
answered
finish
by
my
Juno.
dinner. Wait, Chrissy, are you watching? I've not finished my dinner. Can we hold?
Is Doomban expecting, like, I've seen Chase playing
It's
Doom
be
in rank,
Chase,
but
yeah.
is it expecting Chase to play Doom, or is it
Yeah.
more of a protection ban, you think? A bit of both, maybe?
Yeah, I think they expect Chase to play it here.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ooh.
He's doing pretty good on Doom in my games, but I still think Doom's a shit hero, can't lie.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Look, Jamie, I have the utmost respect for you. However...
You have been told multiple times.
Alright. Lock in, chat. This is the big one. The battle for 5th/6th. Now we all